Alrighty, fellas, welcome back to AZNomad live from Phoenix, Arizona. EVE Online Shits and Giggles stream part 6. Now then, we have a lot to do. So, let's go ahead and reload our core scanner probes, and we'll start on these 3 cosmic signatures. If someone hasn't already gotten to them, which it does not look like I have enough people in system to even worry about that. Well, we've got about 20 people in here, but I don't think any of them are actually interested in this. I think they're all miners. So let's go ahead and launch our probes, and then get cloaked. Let's get a little cloaky up in here. Okay, so what we want to do is we want to raise you all the way back up to about 32 AU, put you dead center of this solar system, and just burn it out. See what we can find. Whichever one comes up the strongest is the first one that we'll do. We got 4.3 at p.6 709. So we're going to go ahead and do that one first. Let's go ahead and see. Okay, we're right below it. So let's go ahead and drag you up. Pull you over just a hair. Pull your dead center. And then let's go ahead and drag you over just a touch. Pull you up like this. Let's see, pull you down just a hair as well. And then pull you just over a hair and then drop it down to 16 AU and then give it a drop shot. Up to 7.8%. And you are right over there. So pull you over there, drop you in line, and then drop you down to level. Pull you over just a hair. You are off by just a little bit, so let's go ahead and drag you over, drop you down to 8 AU, and burn it out. We are up to 23% on this, and let's see where exactly it is. It is just below us on the grid. Another thing about scanning is that you don't want to be too hasty, otherwise you'll miss a little detail like that. That could set off the entire resolution of your scan. Like that. And then drop it down to 4. Go ahead and hit the scan button, or analyze rather. Let's see if we can't pick something juicy up. 48%, and it is a wormhole. Go ahead and pull you up, and we are right on top of it, it seems. So let's go ahead and drop you down to 2 AU and scan it. Scan it good. Up to 97%. It's an unstable wormhole, and we are just about on top of it. Let's go ahead and drop you over here. Let's go ahead and get this camera aligned to it. Okay, let's pull you over a little bit. And let's drop you down to 1 AU. That way we can pick off this signature, save its location, and then we will not have to worry about it. That means that we can just save the location and then ignore that result. Okay, so save location, wormhole -1, submit, and then just ignore result. Now we can start on this one. Analyze. Whichever one comes up higher first wins the next scan. Now, if they all turn out to be wormholes or combat sites, then we are going to have no choice but to go on to another system, because I can't really do any battle at this point in time. My ship's not exactly equipped to take any damage, so we're going to have to skip on that for a minute or two. Come on, gimme. Thank you. Alright, we're on top of it. So let's go ahead and drop it down to 16 AU. See how fast we can pop this puppy up. .7. It is directly below us, so let's go ahead and drag you down a bit. Push you into place. I'll pull you up a little bit because I went a little bit too low on that one. Okay, throw you down to 8 AU. Let's see how fast we get this one to pop up. Boom, 22%. Let's go ahead and move this in a little bit. Pick you up. Drop you down. Hit it. If it goes above 50%, then we will get a confirmed signature from it. It is another wormhole at 35%, so that's 2 down. Kind of convincing me that there's going to be a couple of wormholes here. And like I said, if you don't end up doing these, there are some people that will actually pay for the signatures. I know it might sound a little bit ludicrous, but some people just don't like doing it themselves. They like being a little lazy. %. And we only have to make a small modification to where we are. Okay. See, once you get the hang of it, the scanning is pretty easy. Drop it down to 1 AU and burn it out. And there it is, unstable wormhole number 2. Let's go ahead and label that WH-2. And go ahead and ignore that result. And bring the probes back up to 32 AU. Now this time, instead of just scanning right away, we're going to place the probes right on top of it. See if we can't get any better of a signature out of it. Which, as you saw last time, that data site was a bit more difficult than the others, like the combat site and such. So it might be a little bit more difficult to scan down, but let's go ahead and give it a go. See, it is dead center of our scan probes and dead center of our universe. Okay, 3.0, not bad. Okay, this one says I need 25% more signal strength. So, we're gonna go ahead and move this into place and drop it down to 16 and see how far up we get it. It might be another relic site, it might be another data site. We don't know until we get there, so let's hurry up and get there. See if we can't get another 500,000 worth of cargo out of it, huh? Whatever it is. Okay, dropping her down. 16 AU. Let's see. 3.4%. Okay, so we're going to have to uncloak and power on the signal booster. Burn that up. Now we're just going to move this over top of it. And then just drop directly down. See if that's up. It's just a little bit off. Okay, so now we're gonna go ahead and drop it down to 8 AU and see what that does for us. Okay, brings it up to 10.7, so we're gonna have to drop it down, move her over. And let's give her a go. .5%, and she is right above us, so let's go ahead and drag it up. Check all sectors. Yep. See that little bit of a problem? When we drop it down to 2 AU, that little miscalculation could drop us all the way back down to about a 2% on the list, which would not be very helpful in our situation. So let's go ahead and zoom in, make sure that we are right on the money. And for newer exploration pilots as well, being dead on target can often help you get those scan results early on. Dead on accuracy is a thing. Look at that data site. Boom. Which means that we got more stuff to use our analyzers on, which this will be part 2 of the original idea for this stream, which is great news because it's taken a while to get here. But we are down to 1 AU, so what we're gonna want to do is we're gonna want to zoom in, up, pull you down even further. Damn it. Right there. Drop you down to 0.5, and let's see if this turns into a big bad oops. There we go. Now you're the center of my universe. Local Garistos data site. And submit. Drag back in our little probey friends that are earning us all this dank money. And let's go ahead and warp to within 0 this time. Local Garistos Shattered Life Support Unit. power on the cloak just in case. And we are doing just fine, everybody, just fine. Look at that, 3 more signatures, nobody on scan anywhere near this thing, so I'm just gonna go for it. I'm gunning it, fellas, I'm gunning it. Look at that, isn't it beautiful? Data Analyzer 1 is about to get its first use on this first ever exploration frig. So let's go ahead and take a nice little peek under the hood. It's another hacking thing, so we gotta be careful, not get too excited. Okay, there's +5. Like I said, the higher sec space, the easier it's gonna be. But let's not get too overzealous. See, right there. There's that. There's that. Okay. Alright. There's a second one. Okay. I'm anticipating a third, but there's our repairs. There's a fourth. Or a third, rather. Sorry. Keep on expecting there to be thirds and fourths. There's our second set of repairs. And there's our fourth. Okay, let's go ahead and unlock that one. Open that. Oh, shit, there's another one. There's that. Let's hope we don't get another one. Next. Okay, there's that. Boom, give me that. Barely touched me, so hack successful. Let's go ahead and open this up. Let's see. 555,000. Look at that, fellas. 234, 3,000, and 313, 318. That's another 500,000 in my cargo bay. That puts me up to 1.72 million so far. And this is just high sec. So let's go ahead and unlock that. Move towards the next one, which is 43 kilometers away. Look at this, fellas. I'm doing great. I'm doing awesome. I love this. And we are doing great on time on this first data site, fellas. Let me tell you, the first time's the charm, I guess. Given the fellas that do this for a living, I run for their money. Sorry, Wingspan. Alright, we are doing just perfect, and while we're on approach, I'm going to go ahead and reload my combat, not my combat, but my core probes. That way, for the next system, I can be ready. These data sites are usually few and far between, but right now I'm getting extremely lucky. For 3 points off of maximum security space, I'm not doing half bad. I mean, I'm getting level 3 mission levels of loot here off of maybe, what was that, 30, 45 seconds worth of work? I'm doing great, fellas, and you guys could be too. All you guys gotta do is fit out the same ship that I have, which you can find in parts 1 and 2 of this original stream. The videos are officially up on the channel. Just go ahead and Alt F1 that. Alt F1, there we go. Alright, let's see where we get our first. See where we get our first cutoff point. Not there, not there, probably up here. This one? No. This one? Nope. Yep, there it is. There's that. There's our first set of repairs. There's our second set. There's our second one of those. Let's open up a little bit more. See what we can't get out of this. There's our third. can always expect resistance from these. There's that. So I just got a free repair out of one of those. So let's go ahead and boom it. Open that up. Hit this one. Hit it again. Open that one. Hit this up. Look at that. We got it contested. Hit this. Open that. Okay. Okay, this is going to get a little bit rough, but nothing to worry about. Hack successful. Look at that, another 319k. That puts me up over... Wow, that's just under 2 million, fellas. Just under. Which is about 1.5 million in cargo so far. Off of 2 sites. 2 sites. And all it took was warping around and starting up one module at a time. That's it. That's all it takes, fellas. Up, looks like I am too close to something. Up, nope, never mind. I am perfectly fine, aside from this large collidable, which I might just get too close for comfort to, but I might just bypass it. Just keep an eye on that cloak module, and up, there it is. I got way too close to that wreck, so my ship is coming uncloaked. The one thing about these cloaks that you need to know is that you cannot be within 2,000 meters of any object in space. So now that it's done with its cooldown and I'm outside of range, I can go ahead and cut it back on until I get nice and close to that last target. And if you guys feel like it, you guys can start giving me some serious tips and such. And it seems like my stream health is absolutely excellent, and I love that fact, and I love everybody here. Alright, last but not least, fellas, let's see if we can't get this. Let's keep smart, let's spread out a little bit. Okay, go for the bottom set. There's that. Oh, there's the first one. There's the second one. See if we can get some repairs before we hit it. Okay. There's that. There's our third. There's our repairs. There's some free data core right there. Let's go ahead and free this one. There's another one. We are not getting lucky here, fellas. There's that one. Hack successful. Look at that. Look at that. That is beautiful. 760,000, fellas. Wow. That is absolutely amazing for a first run. First run estimate 2.75 million minus the probes. That is an amazing run. We got spare parts, carbon. We got three symmetry deciphers. We got 2 process deciphers. We got 2 data cores, which are worth 264,000 for 2. 264,000 for 2, fellas. That is awesome. Just looking at this, this is amazing. I've got about a good 1/23 of this ship in total on board right now. But until we hit that good old 30 to 50 million ISK mark, we're not sitting high enough yet. And look at this, we still got tons of cargo space. We're only at 9.6 out of 190. So we've got lots of space left. We could literally ransack the entire Caldari space and still have space left. I love it. Look at that, fellas. We are down to 5 minutes. So that'll give me about enough time to go to the next sorry, lost train of thought, the next system, and start scanning down a few of the signatures in there if there are any to be scanned. But hey, that's a damn good wrap. That's more than I was making salvaging. So let's go ahead and keep this going. Let's go ahead and try to keep the content flowing, give you guys something to watch later, and give those new guys, you know, a little bit of incentive to get out there and start exploring. Now, you don't necessarily need a cloak to go around in high sec to do this, but I'm just trying to give you guys a little bit of good incentive to keep that cloak active. Because without that cloak, you are completely exposed. You have barely any defenses whatsoever, and you have no offenses. So in this scanning ship, you want to have that cloak. However, if you don't have the ability to use a cloak, then your best bet is to, instead of fitting what I have in my bottom ports on the ship, instead of fitting this coprocessor, what you would want to do is, even though it would impact your total, um, the scan resolution on your ship, you'd want to get rid of one of these scan resolution mods and drop the coprocessor and throw in another warp core stabilizer, because that would be the one thing that would save you on your worst day. Okay, let's go ahead and open up the scanner. Let's see, we've got 2 cosmic signatures and a drone gathering, combat 5 out of 10. Okay, so actually I'm gonna go ahead and save this system for on the next portion of the stream, because I'm down to 3 minutes. So let's just let's go ahead and get to a station real quick, dock up, and take a look at the things that we've gotten so far. The data clusters by far used to be, about a year back, they used to be like the most expensive pieces to get. I mean, they were just really, really expensive pieces. But now they're second to the deciphers. Those ciphers are worth a lot. I mean, as you saw, just a high sec version of one of them is worth almost 500,000. So, what you're making in level 3 missions, which new characters don't have access to those level 3 missions, so exploration is definitely a safe bet for new pilots. It's a safe bet to go around from 1.0 to 1.6 space, trying to scan out these data and relic sites, because you could make a killing off of that alone and fund yourself up to where you want to be before you plex the first time. And that'll pay for all your skill books. I mean, 2.5 million will get you all the way up to battleship off of 2.5 million. So I've basically just covered the total cost of any beginner ship skills off of just that one run for 2 sites. Off of 2 sites, I have enough to pack my ship full of ammo and go on my next level 4 mission and come back and still have about half that left over, because exploration is extremely valuable. Just these products. However, what you would want to do is you would want to find a station that is that when you dock, up on the top right hand side, when you get these data cores and such, you want to find a station that is labeled DED, because they buy the products for a much higher price than Jita or Dodixie, because that is a gathering site for everyone that wants discounts. However, the dead sites buy it back at full price, so you don't have to worry about any of those pesky fees or anything like that. However, you do still have to pay the 1,500 ISK broker fee, but that's standard, so you don't have to worry about that. Anyways, it is time for me to take my next scheduled break at 30 minutes, and I will be back in about 10 minutes to continue the stream. And then my next break will be at, let's see, what time is it now? It is 2:39. So after my 10-minute break, I will be back at 2:50 and I will stream until 3:10 and I will take my next break then. Until then, fly safe and stick with me. You'll learn a little bit more. I'm going to be doing 10 parts today, so next part is part 7, so you still got three 30-minute sessions that you're going to be getting out of me tonight. So I hope that you guys enjoy what you've seen so far, and I hope you enjoy what's to come. Till next time, oh 07, fellas. Fly safe.